What's up, Internet? My name is Michael Cook, this is Blue Giant Media, and we're here to connect through gaming. Today we're going to take a look at Zorro the Dice Game. This is a Kickstarter preview edition, so it's not going to be exactly the same artwork and components as you might see throughout what ends up resulting from stretch goals from the Kickstarter campaign. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to set the game up in real time so you can get a feel for how long it takes to set up. And then we're going to go ahead and play through several rounds of play so you get a feel for the flow of the game and the rules set at the same time. So without further ado, let's ready, set, play. Alright, Zorro the Dice Game is a dice game where you're going to be competing to become the next Zorro. You're going to be doing that by rolling dice so that you can get, do certain heroic feats and gain equipment to ultimately defeat the outlaws and scoundrels, and whoever is able to basically do the best against that villain at the end of the game is going to be the new Zorro. So each player is going to be taking on their turn these 6 black dice. So we're going to go ahead and choose, we'll set the game up for 2 players. Each player is going to get a pawn that is going to be them. We got a bunch of cards here that we're going to set out. These are all just reminder cards. This is a prototype for Kickstarter, so I'm assuming that these are going to get used as basically some kind of stretch goal. They're going to be replacing these cards with more interesting things, either more equipment or different heroic feats and different things like that. So I'm just going to set them aside for now. So we've got these heroic feats. We have the scoundrel and villain for blue, red, yellow, and green, and you're going to set the dice for those on top of each one. You're gonna have the scoundrel in front and the villain behind, because you will face the scoundrel before the villain. The villain is kind of like the boss. All right, you're gonna set your shuffled pile of premium equipment cards next to the scoundrels and villains, and then you're gonna take the deck of common equipment and you're going to go ahead and shuffle those. Then what you will do is you're going to take 4 of those and you're going to lay them out so you can kind of see what they're going to do, and you're going to take heroic feats and you're going to put 1 over each one of these. All right. So on your turn, what you're going to be doing is choosing one of these 4 spaces that you want to travel to. Let's just go ahead and say that I'm going to go there. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take your 6 dice and you're going to roll them, and then you're going to be able to save dice and then re-roll. So I've got 2 of these grab actions. I need to get 2 thrusts in order to finish this. So I've not done that, and my last attempt I only got 1. So I failed in that attempt. There's no penalty for not completing other than the fact that you didn't complete it. So then this player might decide they could go to the same one if they wanted to, but then let's see, they can go, what the heck, we'll go ahead and go here, and then we're gonna roll. That was not too good. We'll roll again. Got another one of those. Now we got to get 2 grabs. Well, the dice hate me, and that can happen. So we'll go over here. I could move to a new position if I wanted to, or I can stay put where I am. I'm just going to stay put because I want to be able to illustrate this. And on my last attempt, oh, the dice really hate me. Well, right now, let's just go ahead and say that I did it. So if you succeed, you are going to collect that heroic feat card, and you have the option to collect that equipment. You can only have 3 equipment, and no more than 1 of them can be a premium equipment. If you get more than that on either count, you can collect that, and then you just have to choose which one to discard. So here I would go ahead and take this, set it in front of me, and then I would refill a new common equipment and a new location. All right, so then why don't we come over here to this player, and let's see how they're gonna do. Much better than last time. And there, we got it. So now this player is going to do the same. They're going to get an equipment, and we put out a new one. Now it's going to come over to this player. So what I might want to do at this point is go ahead and go for another green one. That could be good. But I think I'm going to hold off. Actually, no, I'll go ahead. Yeah, I'll hold off. I'm going to go ahead and do this one. So I've got 2 of those and 1 of those. And none of those. Alright, so now here, whenever blue, the leap comes up, I can use my tool to re-roll that leap. And haha, it legitimately helped me there. I didn't even have to fabricate that one. So my equipment there helped me. So now I've got a yellow, and now I have the ability to re-roll both leaps and taunts. And we'll go ahead and put new ones of these out. This player may decide that they want to go ahead and go for some more blue. So they're going to go ahead and go here. And they have the ability to re-roll dashes, and wow, that was really bad. There's one. Fail. So as you can see, this is a game with luck in it. Stuff can happen. All right, now I'll go for this one, and I'm going to get 1, 2 of those. I get to re-roll leaps, and I get to re-roll taunts. And I got what I wanted after just 1 roll. Now, I collected a second green location. Because I have now 2 green locations, I'm going to immediately get to collect a green hero die, and that also means that this scoundrel is going to come into play. First, they're going to come over to me. And the scoundrels, you can fight them only 1 time, and if you defeat one of the scoundrels, then you're going to get to take a premium equipment. So, this one, they also have special rules though. Like this one says that you can only save 1 die on your first roll. So my first roll is a little bit more limited. So I can go ahead and take this, but the nice thing is I have 1 built-in dash, which is what I'm going to need on this card. So I get to roll all these, and the green die, I roll a Z on that, but it has proportionally more dashes on it. All right, so I need 1 taunt, or thrust, and let's see, so I got 1 and 1. I can re-roll the taunt as well, and I can re-roll this leap, and I can re-roll this taunt again, and this taunt again, and this leap again. And even after all that, I'm still sitting on the same. Okay, and then I get to roll again. So that was just my first, I guess I could only lock 1 die after my first roll anyway. Then I go again, boom, 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 and I have plenty of more rerolls, but I already have 1, 2, 3 green and 3 dashes and a thrust. So I succeeded in defeating this scoundrel, which means I get to go ahead and take one of these. This just says, and these are really powerful, this just says that I get an extra roll every time now. I get 4 rolls, but I now have to choose one of these things to get rid of. Maybe I decide that I'm going to try and push for green, so maybe I decide I want to keep that one, and in the process I see that I'm going to want leaps because this person's probably going to go over there, so I'm going to get rid of this one because I'm not going to necessarily want to re-roll leaps here. And as you can see, I put that at the bottom there. Okay, now the green die stays over here with me, but now this person is going to come over. Even though I defeated the scoundrel, my opponent still gets a chance to fight that scoundrel. So again, they only get to save 1 die to start. And whew, nice. So still defeated, still get to go for one of these. This says before the first roll, I get to set a die to any value that I want. So that can be pretty good. Now that scoundrel goes out of play. And then this player gets to choose what they want to do on their turn, and maybe they decide that they're going to go for one of these again. And they're going to go ahead and set a die to yellow, thanks to this power. And we've got another one of those. 1, 2, fail. Whew. So dice, as you can see, can hate you. Let's see. All right, well, play is going to continue back and forth like this. If I were to get a third green location, that's when I would get another green die, and then the villain would come out. Now, once the villain comes out, let's go ahead and say the villain is out. So now I get to roll and try and defeat this one. So I can save up to 2, I can only save up to 2 dice on each roll. So I'm going to save 1, 2. And 3, or I guess, count again. So there's 4 of those, and there's the Z that I need. So I successfully defeated that, that villain. So I keep my person standing. Then it's gonna come over here. This player will not get those dice. Before I roll, I can set 1 die to what I want. And I will save that. That was 1 roll. Second roll. Third roll. So I lost on this side. So if one player is standing at the end and the other is not, that player is going to be the winner. If I had defeated that villain, then we would have had a final roll-off. During that final roll-off, each player is going to take turns rolling all of their dice, and they're going to be counting how many thrusts they got, and whoever got the most is going to be the winner, and you'll go back and forth until somebody loses. And then if everybody lost, then everybody who's involved is going to be in a duel as well. So it's possible that even with 4 players, all 4 people are up, so they duel. 2 people are down, 2 people are up. The 2 people who are up will duel. If all of them are laid down, they all duel. If all but 1 is laying down, so 1 is the only one standing, then that's going to be the winner. And as you can see, even if you haven't done anything, you could still end up defeating the final villain, but the dice could hate you or they could favor you. But whoever survives to the end is going to be the new Zorro. Alright, that should give you a pretty good idea of how to set up and play through Zorro the Dice Game by Brian Henk and published by Pull the Pin Games. If you want to know more about this game, you can take a look in the description section where you can find a link to my unboxing, as well as my overall overview and review of Zorro the Dice Game. You can also find a link there to macronovagames.com where you can buy hundreds of great games, and in the future, Zorro the Dice Game. But first, it's on Kickstarter, so if you have any questions, you can let me know in the comment section below, but the Kickstarter campaign page, when it comes up, is probably going to be one of the best places to look. And if you like what you see, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, have a wonderful day.